Good afternoon and welcome to Omnibros Live Coffee and News with the Omnibros Live team. I am joined as usual with my co-host, Comics Guide 101's Lou. Lou, how's it going, buddy?
It's the Omnibros live stream. I was watching old Muppet Show clips earlier this week, so that's probably why.
I can't wait for Disney Plus and watch Muppet Show.
Are they having? They don't have the classic Muppet shows on there, do they?
Oh, they don't? I saw the Muppet Show movie, so I just assumed they had Muppet Show.
No, they have the movies, but they don't. As far as I'm aware, they don't have like the classic 1970s Muppet Show stuff.
Yeah,
not yet. But give it time. I would imagine that stuff would, because I think they are. Weren't they developing a new Muppet Show for a while?
Sure.
Hello, Geek and Weekdom.
I don't know. Can you guys hear me okay?
No.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
No. Take off your headphones and talk into that fancy microphone.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Better.
All right. It's weird. I don't know. I had a settings thing. The audio processing thing was turned on. Hi, everyone.
Well, that's too bad. Maybe I should just buy the Blu-rays of the Muppet Show or something. I missed that show. I used to watch it with my parents.
Oh, they were classics, man. You had Elton John on there. You had a whole bunch of celebrity guests of the time on there too.
Yeah, I know. It was so great. I love that show.
I love the Swedish chef every time we would try to cook something.
Bordy, 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 bordy.
Oh my God, classic stuff. But Jess, where can they get classic comics?
You can get classic comics and their collected editions for up to 50% off, with loyalty discounts adding 2% off at InStockTrades.com.
Ooh.
Where there's always an Omnibros Live discount code every quarter. If you live in the United States, order $50 or more in an order, you get free shipping, which is crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
To this day, Rainbow Connection.
What's that?
To this day, Rainbow Connection brings a tear to my
Oh,
eye.
Rainbow Connection. I thought you said Rambo Connection. I'm like,
Yeah.
I remember that.
I heard
Rainbow.
Oh yeah, Rainbow Connection is absolutely, and then he also sings something with Aaron Neville that always brings a tear to my eye. Don't want to live on the moon.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that.
He sings it with Aaron Neville, and these guys hit harmonies that are, I mean, it's a tearjerker.
Yeah. Jim Henson was so far ahead of his time, man.
Oh my gosh, brilliant.
He died young, right?
Very.
What was it that got him?
Septic shock.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, poor
Because
guy.
I didn't even know what that was, and I had to look it up. It was like in 1990 or something. You guys will have to look it up. It's some infection that he got in the hospital.
Poor guy.
Oh, I know.
So, anything we got to talk about? Anything on the docket today?
Death Stranding.
It really good. Gio, do we need to pour one out for you, buddy?
Why? Oh, because it's the book. All right. Yeah. Sure. Pour one out one for me.
All right, man. Gio, break the news to everybody out there who hasn't heard.
Apparently, the Aquaman Silver Age Omnibus was canceled, which I suspected was going to happen, but I'm always optimistic that it won't happen, but it ended up happening anyways. And one of our members from the group, from the Facebook group, messaged Dan Didio, and he said that they were looking to resolicit the book in a different format, which probably is going to be like a fat trade or something.
I think that actually makes more sense. I think that'll sell better.
Yeah, but like Batman has 1 million omnibuses and Aquaman can't get one because we're gonna do a different format. Come on.
Well, they shouldn't. They should have never solicited it in Omnibus. I mean, they should have solicited it in fat trade paperbacks, and they would have expanded the audience for it anyway. I'm much more likely, if I'm a fan, to grab Silver Age Aquaman in a trade than I am to grab it in an omnibus. That's just, I mean, that's the market itself, I think.
Mm-hmm. But
Batman's a bigger seller.
Somebody told me, or somebody wrote like, "Oh, we have the archives for that." I'm like, "Have you seen those archive books? They're terrible. Why would you want
archives?
Those
things are, they haven't printed it. Oh, the Aquaman archives?
Yeah, those are old books, and they're out of print, and nothing. They only have a few issues on them. This was going to be like 30 some issues in chronological order. Why would you want the old books? Give me something new printing, please.
Yeah, no, those archives are. I have a ton of those archives. That was all you could get back when, I was first collecting. Where's those archives?
Mm-hmm. Plus, they could also do the Silver Age, but in deluxe hardcover, because they've done it with Search for Mira and Atlantis Chronicles. I would want it in that format instead if you're going to do something else instead of trades. But whatever I can get, I'll buy it. I'll save up some cash and I'll buy it. I just want the whole Aquaman collection.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, it'll happen one day, man. I mean, you don't get $1 billion box office movie without something like that happening.
Yeah,
the
Aquaman hype is real right now.
Yep.
Joker is the most profitable, though. Did you see that?
I got to see that movie. It is the most profitable. That's amazing.
Most profitable out of everything. It was like a $50 million budget, and it's close to $1 billion in box office money. That's insane.
Yeah.
I think it's...
But it's going to do better, nobody wants to see a Joker movie like that.
Yeah. Also, have we talked about the Batman movie casting at all in this show? For the Matt Reeves?
I think we talked about it when we did. I feel like we did talk about it at some point or maybe I'm thinking about the chat. We can talk about it here. Let's talk about it.
Well, since last time, I don't know when that time was, we have news that Andy Serkis is supposed to play Alfred, or he's in negotiations to play Alfred. The rumor is Matthew McConaughey is set to play Two-Face.
Great casting.
And who was it that they talked about for Penguin? I forgot.
Colin Farrell was the rumor.
Was it Colin Farrell?
That was the rumor. Yeah, this cast is stacked. If that's the case.
So I'm thinking the movie will probably be a long Halloween inspired movie where you just get like quick scenes with everybody instead of Batman taking on 7 villains at the same time.
But this is supposed to be a younger Batman, right? That's why they cast Pattinson.
Yeah.
Instead of the I actually, killing aside, I actually like the Ben Affleck Batman.
Oh yeah, I'm pissed that we never got a solo movie because I wanted to see that, but
because that motherfucker was running over people in that Batmobile. I was like, Jesus Christ!
I was cool with that.
I'm not a fan of the killer Batman. I understand people that they're like, no, that's the Batman they like or whatever, and he's been in the game for long enough that kind of broken. All right, whatever. I wasn't too crazy about it.
I like the idea or the concept. Was poorly executed, but the concept that he got like that because he was broken down. But when Superman dies and then the Justice League is formed, he sort of has like a rebirth of sorts and starts to atone for his sins and becomes like his former self. That was what they were going for.
Yeah.
But all that drama and stuff, we couldn't get more.
We never got that. I honestly, the DC, I think, is going in the right direction where it's like, yeah, let's just get away from these team up films. Let's kind of focus more on these single character films where you've got Wonder Woman 1984, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 84. You've got Aquaman, which was my 2 cents. Aquaman is their best film in terms of how much fun I had. I love that movie. I put it in every once in a while when I'm working and editing on something, just because it's so much fun. And every time I do, I sit all the way through it.
It's a modern comic book come to life. All the pizzazz and fighting and all that stuff. I love it. I genuinely have a great time watching that movie.
Yeah. Some people they'll mock Momoa, I think Momoa is a great Aquaman. He's just fun. He has fun with the role. You can tell he's having a blast doing it.
That's comic book Batman. I like movie Batman killing.
He's killed in every single Batman movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he technically has. In Batman Begins, he could save Raz, but he lets him die.
And in the Keaton movies, he mows down all the dudes with the Batwing.
Yeah, it's cool with me.
He shoots people with his Batmobile in that movie, if I remember right.
I think so. Yeah.
I have the 4Ks. I watched them a few months ago. The movies aren't bad. They actually still hold up okay.
I recently played on my Raspberry Pi the Batman beat 'em up game, and there's a driving section, and you literally have to shoot the cars, and they explode on the road. It is extremely satisfying, and I'm like, that is really savage, Bruce. Come on, I love it. You're literally mowing down cars as you drive by in Gotham City. It's awesome.
No, I thought Affleck was the perfect Batman for the right age that they were trying to do with a horrible script.
Yeah.
Given the opportunity, I think he would have been the Batman.
Oh yeah, sure. In my head, I mean, I was fine with Pattinson because I'm like, okay, this is like younger Ben Affleck, but now they have a different Commissioner Gordon, so you're throwing everything off and you're essentially killing the future plans, and now you're slowly establishing a different universe with the movies because you've got the dude from Westworld playing Commissioner Gordon. So
what was it? He's a great actor.
I can't remember his name. Let me Google it.
Jeffrey Wright.
Okay, Jeffrey Wright.
I think it's Jeffrey Wright. Yeah. What I love about that is that how many people it's going to piss off, because that means that Batgirl is going to be black.
That would be really cool. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah. I don't know that actress. What is she in?
Who?
Jeffrey Wright?
No, with the actress that's playing Batgirl.
Oh no,
well, I'm joking. They haven't been cast. They haven't cast her yet.
No.
Oh, then I must be thinking of Catwoman.
Catwoman is Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I posted a picture. She's spot on.
Yeah, it looks like that. Okay.
Zoe was in X-Men First Class, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was the one with the fairy wings or something.
Mm-hmm. She died off camera for the second film.
Ew.
So Jeffrey Wright is black?
Yeah.
And so people are going to flip out. What if Jeffrey Wright's married to a white woman and she's biracial and light-skinned Batgirl?
Let's have a Latina Batgirl. I wouldn't mind that.
You never know. Some people are already flipping their shit because Jeffrey Wright was cast as Commissioner Gordon. I think he's casting. I think he's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care because I don't follow Twitter. So,
by the way, they do have Cassandra Cain coming up in the Birds of Prey movie. I just wanted to put this out because when the movie comes out, a lot of people are going to complain, and I just want to say that this is a super tiny young version of Cassandra Cain. She's not Batgirl ninja character. So
what is she?
Everybody, she's just a regular girl growing up, and she stumbles upon something that belongs to Black Mask. So all the hitmen are after her. So the Birds of Prey are going to protect her. That's sort of the plot of the movie. But I started noticing some comments like, "Oh, this isn't Cassandra Cain." I'm like, "Yeah, she's a young, super young girl, so she'll be Batgirl eventually, I guess."
Raiders.
What up, everybody?
What's up?
What's up? Sorry, it took a minute to get one of my kids out of my room.
Oh.
That was a struggle.
What's up, man?
How's it going? What's up, Gio? What's up, Jess?
What up, dude? Here's a good question, and welcome, Gabe.
I
Wow.
love that photo.
Good. Welcome, Gabe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It probably only applies to me because I don't think Gio is getting it. Lou's digital. I don't think Gabe cares. Are you all getting the Snyder Batman Omnibus or not? Because it has bad binding. Anyone can answer this one.
We can all answer that. That's a good question, I think.
Okay.
I don't really care too much about binding issues unless the book is literally falling apart. I don't really mind. And I have the trades, which I bought last year for cheap. Eventually, I'll upgrade, but I'm in no rush because I've read that run like 3 times. I don't need it. I don't need that book right now.
I think the binding issue has been overblown from what I've seen. I think it was overhyped in the beginning, and some people are now saying it's not that bad, but I also have all the standard hardcovers, and I'm fine just holding on to those.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the standard hardcovers with all my New 52 stuff, especially Justice League, which is out in now 9 different formats. So,
well, I was going to say, you don't have much choice on Justice League. It's in every format there is.
So I actually am fine keeping my standard hardcovers. So I won't be getting it, and it has nothing to do with the binding. It is just that I don't see any reason to upgrade. I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah.
And I'm in the exact same boat as Jess. I'm not interested in getting it. The binding issues, I do believe as well that they are overblown. Everybody who actually has the book says that it's decent and it's okay. It's everybody that's kind of hyped it up and who hasn't got it yet saying that the binding's too tight or it's a snap trap or whatever. The reason I don't want to get it is I don't think that's a good storyline. And what I mean by that is I'd rather just have the absolute for Court of Owls, and I'm good with that because it doesn't get better than that storyline for that run. It runs good, it gets okay, then it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse. But you can't top Court of Owls. That's all I want out of that series to be Court of Owls.
I am kind of at an opposite of you. I think the run just gets better as it goes. That's my. I love the Joker stories later on in that run. I think they're great.
I would like 0 year in absolute.
I'm genuinely surprised that they just haven't started soliciting, or they will solicit pretty soon most of that stuff in absolutes. Like there are very distinctive chunks that they could do in absolutes. They could do 0 year. They could do the Death of the Family. They could do Endgame. All that stuff could be put in just different absolute.
And that would be better because then you wouldn't have this giant omnibus with a possible bad tight binding.
And people will buy it. I'm surprised. Honestly, I would have gone that route if I was DC rather than the omnibus route. And then I would have stuck an omnibus together.
Well, especially after they put out Court of Owls and you never heard anything after it.
Yep.
We all thought we were going to get more, but that never happened.
Taylor Brown.
Yeah, he's showing the true nature of it. It's the greatest tragedy since the sinking of the Titanic. I would say Batman Damned is the greatest tragedy since the sinking of the Titanic.
How do you fuck up a Snyder Batman omnibus? Like that is easy money. It's easy fucking money. You put it together and you ship it. How do you fuck that up? It's gonna sell.
Speaking of Batman Damned, go ahead. We're not speaking of Batman Damned. We're talking about Batman by Snyder. I tried to crowbar that in.
Sorry. No, I was just going to say, since it's Snyder, you could have switched the American Vampire Omnibus with the Batman. Given the lesser quality to the American Vampire and the better quality to the Batman printing. Everybody loves Snyder. You could have done a good job with that book, but it is what it is. Sometimes they get it wrong.
Good quality.
Well, they're coming back next year to finish American Vampire. He's announced that in 2020 they're finishing the story.
That'd be great, and I'm sticking with my standard size hardcovers with that too.
Those are great hardcovers.
I love them.
Was it the American Vampire ones?
Yeah.
Those are like the first books that I ever hunted down because they were out of print.
Yeah.
That was the first time I got involved. It was like, oh man, something's out of print and I want that version of it. Was that.
Volume 3 was super rare for a while.
Yeah.
That was a World War II arc.
Now this is a good question, and this is what I was referring to, and the answer is that Gabe still needs to read it, and then we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We're waiting on me.
OmniBros radio drama happening.
Yeah.
Let's get this. Let's talk about that and set a date. Let's get this.
Okay. You still need to read it, right?
Yeah, I'll make it happen. That way, now if we have like a deadline, I'll get on it.
Okay. We want it to happen on a Sunday for the 4 of us.
Let's do the last Sunday of this month after Thanksgiving.
Where's my phone? Okay, so that date is
the 31st.
The 31st?
Yeah, because the 30th is that Saturday, and that's the Kevin Eastman signing at Torpedo Plug. So yeah, Sunday would be the 31st.
We should do it. We should do it as a Christmas episode. Get it on the radio. Come.
Do you want to do that then? You want to make it like an old time Christmas radio like special then, like Christmas style?
Whatever you guys want, I'm okay with it.
I do have a question about logistics. Are we going to have a camera focused on the book and somebody is turning the pages as we read it?
I think the best way to go would be somebody buy a digital copy of it and we'll screen share it.
Ah, smart.
And then just continue the pages or even panel by panel if it's like comicology style.
Ah, so. Excellent idea. Okay, so it's a Christmas drama or a Thanksgiving drama?
Looks like it's
Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. Give me some time to read that thing. I'm literally tripping over 100 signed copies of it at work every single day. I just haven't decided to pick one up and bring it home to read. Every day I trip over it. I just kick the box. I'm like, God damn this thing. And then I'm like, why don't I just take one home and read it? So.
Oh, man. We're going to give everybody a lump of coil.
I honestly think it'd be great. Yeah, we could do okay, so there'd be a narrator, I would imagine. And you could have the narrator turning the page and the camera's focused on the book as we read it.
Well, I think John Constantine's the narrator, right?
No, but one of us is the narrator. Like,
yeah, we already know the answer to that one.
John Constantine. Yeah,
no,
sure.
Yeah, but you're the one that's going to be narrating that thing.
Okay.
We do the voices and you narrate it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm John Constantine and he's the narrator.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I was one or two other characters, but I can't remember. Oh, I was Harley Quinn.
Who's Batman? Who does Jess have to straddle?
Oh boy.
Do we want to do December 22nd then? That's a Sunday. Is everybody going to be in town December 22nd?
Sure. That should be good.
That's 3-4 days before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. December 22nd then is the answer of the this just cracks me up.
Are we gonna have a casting couch now for some of these other roles?
As long as they're the female roles.
It would be great
if I'm playing one of the female roles.
It would be great if we could get like other OmniBros to like jump in real quick. Like we could get Tyler to do Etrigan or something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's see. There you go. Now that we got more time, we could set up and make this cooler. And let's get
that was a great idea. Tyler would be an awesome Etrigan.
Because you just do it like the way I screen share the previews every Monday, where It's the one in the middle and all of us on the side.
Yeah.
I'm pointing like anybody can actually see what I'm looking at, but we can just do it that way.
We could have Matt Miranda do Swamp Thing or something like that. I think it'd be a good idea. Yeah, I like it. I like
it a lot.
Is the Riddler in that story?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because I was thinking of a good role for Nick Munoz, and I think he'd do a pretty cool Riddler.
Okay.
The paramedic.
He could be the Phantom Stranger.
Or Zatanna.
Or Zatanna.
Yep.
Have him be Zatanna.
Oh my gosh, Tyler as Etrigan is the best thing ever. I can't.
That
Is
is
it not on?
great
Did we just
idea.
cast him? Did we just give him a job without him knowing it? Like, you now have a task.
Not just
He has a task.
Etrigan. Hip hop Etrigan.
Hip Hop Etrigan.
Oh, he'd be perfect for that. Man, I'm pumped for that.
I'm doing a show with him at 3:00 today on action figures, but I'm sure that he'll find out before then.
Yeah,
Actually,
don't ask.
I'm
Just
right
tell him.
now and tell him he's got a job.
Yeah, but hey, December 22nd at this time, be ready. and go read Batman Damned. Yeah, nothing to do with what I talked about earlier, but just do it.
Read me a bedtime story, Mr. Jess, for Christmas. Sure. I'll tell you the story of the worst comic I've read in my life.
You have a job now with OmniBros.
Are you messaging him now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, he better not skip out.
Yeah, he can't back out of this already. He committed without him knowing it.
December 22nd.
All right, and then also, Jess mentioned it earlier in our chat, and I saw a comment just now. Disney Plus in 2 days.
I know.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
This is when it becomes the world from Wall-E, where nobody will ever move from their seats ever again because of Disney Plus.
I just want to see The Mandalorian. I'm gonna binge the fuck out of Gargoyles that night.
Oh, dude.
Out of what?
Gargoyles.
Oh, see, there's lots of stuff you guys are looking forward to that I did not see growing up.
You would like Gargoyles, Jess.
I still need to see Wall-E. I never saw that.
Oh,
You got to see that. That's my favorite Pixar movie.
it's really good.
Oh.
Also, Jess didn't
Your
get the
favorite
reference.
Pixar movie? I can't imagine what. Then there must not be any heartbreak or pathos or sympathy in it.
Well, the first half is the end of the world.
And your main character is a robot that has no emotions, so. Or he does,
Robots.
but it's still a robot.
It's wonderful. I love Wall-E.
I want to see Tangled. I want to see Brave. I want to see Moana.
Moana.
You wanna?
Moana.
You wanna?
You don't like Moana?
Fanta.
You don't like Moana, Gio?
It's okay. It's okay.
You don't like
I
The Rock?
I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. So I'm like middle of the road. It's
Really
okay.
wrong.
I like the chicken. The chicken was funny.
Oh, that dude's my spirit animal.
Yeah.
Chicken. They just released again a whole bunch of 4Ks for like Pixar. I've still never seen Big Hero 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, you're missing out on that.
Is that good?
Ooh,
Oh, that's great.
it's great. Yeah.
I need to see it.
You'll like it, Jess. You'll like that after scenes credit probably a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you stick around for that. I mean, I know you would anyways, but you're definitely going to want to.
Okay.
There's a very special appearance at the end.
Yeah. There's a cool
Carol?
post-credits scene.
Yeah.
Speaking of Disney Plus, that Jay Slay to be the Moon Knight show, the Marvel Moon Knight. He was the one that
I'm
adapted
excited for that,
Umbrella Academy for Netflix,
He did an amazing job.
and he also wrote the recent Fantastic Four movie and the Death Note movie. So take that however you will.
And the what movie?
Fantastic Four and Death Note.
God, that was Death Note.
Death Note, I didn't see that.
Don't watch.
I think
It's
that Fantastic
terrible.
Four movie is better than people give it credit. I think his original story is probably a lot better, and then I think the studios chopped it up.
Which one?
Fantastic Four, the last one.
Oh,
Fan
Fan
Stick.
Yeah, Fan Four Stick. Yeah, that was great. I liked it. They did a really good, like, up to date, modern origin. They made the characters pretty enjoyable. I kind of like the idea of Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just halfway through the movie, it just did this crazy jump cut, and it was a different movie after that.
Yeah, you know what? I was in full 100% with the movie. I was like, you know what? This isn't so bad. I'm gonna see what all the critics are complaining. And then it jumped, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
like, they did a perfect origin. It's Ben Grimm and it's Reed Richards as high school students, even though they look like they were 35.
Yeah.
They were young kids growing up into high school students. That was a great origin between those two. It's almost basically the ultimate Fantastic Four characters.
That's true.
And Reed Richards develops a device in his garage that goes to a different, that you could transport things through a different dimension, apparently. And that really was cool for how they went to the negative zone, and that's how they got their powers. It was from an explosion in there. But then the whole, like, Doctor Doom thing came along, and he wasn't Doctor Doom. He was more of like some
Blogger.
slasher villain or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus his look with the garbage costume, that was terrible.
Yeah. They tried him out. Like, are they really trying to do like Ultimate Fantastic Four Doom? But they need to put on the backwards goat legs.
Mm-hmm.
But you can watch that movie. You can enjoy it all the way up to where it says 1 year later, and just turn it off, and you'd be satisfied.
Yeah. I get what he was going for. It was supposed to have originally like a horror movie vibe. Like, it was supposed to be something along the lines of like The Fly or something like that. But there were so many behind the scenes problems. Like, you heard stories about him just not cracking under the pressure of the studio, the director, and him not showing up to work, and it got chopped to hell in the editing room, and there were just so many different things.
Oh yeah, Josh Trank just went nuts on that movie, and the studio locked them out of shooting. They locked them out of editing.
Which is a shame, because Chronicle is fucking awesome. I loved Chronicle.
What is he doing now? I thought he was doing something now that was supposed to be interesting.
Last thing I think I heard was that he had a project at Blumhouse that he was trying to get off the ground. I don't know, but that was a while ago. I don't remember anything from that. Which Blumhouse has kind of become that studio where they'll give directors that second chance. They did it with M. Night.
Yeah.
They did it with M. Night. They did it with James Wan. They did it with Scott Derrickson, who did Doctor Strange. It's become that place where, like, a lot of directors, they'll bounce back after them having a really bad streak. Say what you will about Glass, but I thought Split and The Visit, what was that? The one that he did with, like, the old people from M. Night? I thought those were both very fucking good movies, especially Split.
Split was fantastic. Is that what he did with Blumhouse? Was that through? Okay.
He did The Visit. I think that's what it was. Visitor or something like that, with like where the kids would go visit their grandparents, and there's a twist to it that I actually genuinely thought, wow, that was actually really smart. I didn't see that fucking coming. And then he did Split, and that was his big, like, comeback where everybody's like, holy shit, like, this was fantastic.
Yeah, that's when you were like, he still has it. And then
and then he did Glass, which
I still haven't seen Glass.
It's different. It's not your typical. I get what he was going for. It's not your typical superhero film. I didn't love it, but I get what he was going for, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't hate it either.
It's weird. It's a weird movie because it's a big action movie, but it's actually really close confined movie. It's like a small dog trying to be a big dog. There's a lot that is supposed to be going on, but it all happens literally in, like, the parking lot of the mental institution.
Yeah,
the entire movie happens right there.
It's a bottle film. Really, what it is, it's a bottle film. Which, I mean, it wasn't. I just didn't like the way that they handled certain characters and their ending. Like, there was one particular character I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
But Split was a masterpiece. God, I think that was like my favorite film last year.
Oh, Split was so goddamn good. And then the reveal at the end after the credits when you realize, oh shit, that's what this really is. Dude, I stood up in the theater. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Because Unbreakable is like one of my favorite, like it's in my top 10. I fucking love Unbreakable. And I'm sitting in the theater and then all of a sudden I start hearing the Unbreakable music and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And then you see like scanning and you see Bruce Willis there and I was like, you son of a bitch, this is an Unbreakable sequel.
I've been waiting for that for so long. I remember reading in a Wizard magazine back when Unbreakable came out. So that had to be like 2001, 2002, where they said that M. Night had a trilogy in mind. And I've been waiting for that ever since I read that article. And then the third movie was garbage.
Well, originally what it was that character from Split, the main bad guy, I forgot his name. He was originally supposed to be in Unbreakable. But M. Night cut it out because there was too much already going on in that film.
Ah, interesting.
I'm in negotiations with Tyler Blunt right now.
Wait, negotiations? This was a done deal a long time ago.
He says, oh dear, I don't know if I'm allowed back on there after last time. What circumstances and topics surrounds this episode? So I told him what we're expecting from him.
Oh, they don't tell him what it is. Make something up. And then surprise him at the last second that he's now cast as Etrigan.
Tell him it's an action figure themed episode or something.
He'll drop everything for that.
I remember doing our very first episode on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god, he would drop everything for that. I've been working for 3 weeks to try and get him to read the X-Force Omnibus. Mm-hmm. Just the first 14 issues. I can't do it. I'm too busy playing games with Ryan Sace. I've got this. I'm at the popcorn store. This. I say action figures. Boom. I've got a show with him today at 3:00. I just can't get him to read the first 14 issues of X-Force. And it was his idea to get X-Force as a book so we could put our figures in front of X-Force. And I said, well, that means we got to read it. I mean, I read Extinction Agenda so I could read X-Force.
You got to bribe the guy basically into doing it.
What's that?
You got to bribe him into doing it.
I don't know what it's going to take.
What did you think of Extinction Agenda?
Sorry?
What did you think of Extinction Agenda?
You'll hear during my review.
No, I won't. I don't watch that crap.
I'm reviewing it tomorrow on the show.
Oh, that's different. I'll be here for that.
Gio, are you getting Pokemon this week?
Is it coming out this week?
It's this Friday.
Damn it.
I get paid this Friday, so I'm picking it up.
I'm going to have to wait because I thought it was coming out at the end of November.
Well, this Friday. I'm picking up my electric bill this week.
Well, I'm going to have to make a tough choice. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know. We'll see.
What about that Death Stranding?
I'm playing it right now.
What do you think?
I'm going to wait until it's cheaper, but I do want to play it.
I think, Gio, you should wait till it's cheaper. Do you like Kojima games?
You mean do I like walking simulators?
It's pretty, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty much that. But it's good. No, it's beautiful. It's very good. It's very heavy on cutscenes though. It's a Kojima game. If you've ever played a Kojima game like Metal Gear 4,
yeah.
It's like you have 10, 15-minute long cutscenes at times.
It's an interactive movie, basically.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, but I would definitely. I redboxed it just to try it out, but I don't see myself finishing it. I see myself getting tired of it within the next few days.
I'm not even going to worry about that.
Yeah, I see myself returning it in the next few days and then just watching the rest of it on YouTube. Because I'm interested in the story, but I don't see myself spending 60 hours playing this shit.
Well, you would spend 60 hours playing it.
Huh?
You'll probably only have about 5 hours of actual gameplay.
Yeah.
And then 45 hours of cutscenes.
Yeah.
And then you die 6 times. You got to repeat it over and over again. So, yeah.
Chat, Omnidog, what are you doing in the chat? You should be taking care of your sick, lovely wife who's probably not feeling well and on her deathbed. You shouldn't be here in the chat.
Wow,
he's watching this. He's got his priorities, right, Jess? Don't judge the man.
He's blowing off his sick wife to watch this show, so I should Okay, so good for you, Chat Omnidog. You've got your priorities straight. You're putting us number one over your sick wife. Good for you.
That's a real fan.
That's a real fan.
How much joy we bring him, Jess.
Yeah, I wanted to get into like a new video game or something like or I might just go back and play Dead Space. I just want a game like that to come out.
You want something like Dead Space?
Yeah, just something like the graphics are so amazing and cutting edge. That's what I was really looking forward to for Death Stranding. But I want gameplay. I want actual storylines and events and characterizations and stuff like that. That's told through the gameplay and not through movies.
Well, have you played the new God of War yet, Gabe?
No, I haven't played that yet.
Oh, dude, go get that.
Yeah,
go get that.
And I'm looking forward to, of course, the Darksiders Genesis next month.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
get God of War. You'll love God of War.
Okay, that's good, Chat Omnidog.
I just love the picture of Jess that matches the wording so well. How many cult followers do you have now, Jess? With your picture on them, like 3?
That's the best one. That's the coked up Jess from the '80s.
No, it's not. That's me on my wedding day.
We have like 3 or 4 cult followers at this point.
I think there's only 2. And then
That's
there's
still like too many, but yeah.
They're all just gonna wear white robes and Nikes from now on.
Oh man, that's be the Nike Cortez. You gotta get those Cholo shoes.
Luis, are you going to play Diablo 4 next year?
I plan on it because I am a video game addict and I have a problem.
That trailer looked awesome, though.
It looks good. It looks good.
Reveal trailer.
Anybody that played the new Gears of War?
Oh, it's fun. It's real fun. I beat it. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. Overwatch.
That was another like just cutting edge graphics kind of video game, and you had no expectations for a storyline, and it ended up being like this just heart wrenching storyline, especially Gears of War 2.
Oh, Gears 2, man. When he sees his wife, oh my god.
And I think just created this whole universe. Like they had like books and toys and everything else. That was such a great franchise.
Still is. They have a lot of lore. They have a lot of stuff that they're building off of. It's a good franchise, and I've heard the books aren't bad either. Like the actual prose novels. I
think I have one of them, but never read it because I was so into Gears. I fell in love with that game.
I was the same way with Halo when I was younger, where I read like the Halo prose novels. They were good. Fall of Reach was a genuinely really good book where you saw like the background of the main character and how he was raised in the military and everything. It was actually not a bad read. I don't know.
That's interesting because nobody really plays those types of video games like Halo. Like for the storyline, they just jump online and play, and then you get something out of it by having to read a book.
Yeah, it was really good. I know, Gio, you're going to be so when Overwatch 2 comes out, I guess we're not going to have Gio on this live stream for like a good week.
Yeah, I've played the first one since it came out religiously, so I cannot wait for the second one because it's finally going to have story mode and PvE elements and all that stuff. I'm really excited about that. That's awesome. If you can, watch what was that?
They've announced one new character, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a new hero. It's another. I can't remember her name, but it's another hero. Yeah. So that's close to 30, 31, 32 heroes, something like that. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Do you guys play Call of Duty? How is the new one?
Probably the same as the last 6.
I think, no, the campaign is genuinely good. Like it is a genuinely fucking good campaign. Like they did a lot of. I mean, I don't play the multiplayer stuff. I've redboxed it just to play through this 6-hour campaign. I finished it in like 3 nights. It's good. It's really good. It's a good campaign.
Yeah. You never played online though?
Dude, I'm not gonna play against Slapnut69, who's gonna beat my ass.
And then
Teabag
teabag you.
Chop my fucking head. I don't do that anymore.
He'll shoot you and then teabag you and call you names online. And then
Yeah.
That sounds like a song lyric. They'll shoot you and teabag you and call you names on.
That was me playing Halo 2 back in the day. I was an asshole to everybody in that game.
Halo 2, I was a fucking machine in that game. I was great at it. At least we played hours, and we would lug those huge tube TVs up flights of stairs with Xboxes, and we would hook up like cables all over the apartments and stuff. We would play with a bunch of people, and it was so good. We would have money. We would put money on who won.
Wow.
I think one night I walked away with like $200 because I ended up winning.
Nice.
Good times.
We should play some Halo when we go down there for MegaCon.
Are we doing that? Is that? I know you are. Like, are we still working on the logistics of it so far?
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. I'm gonna be there. Lou, you're gonna be there. Ryley's gonna make it there. Omar's gonna make it there. Jess is gonna make it there. And then we're all gonna form Voltron and pick up Gio from Puerto Rico.
Great escape from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Gio's just sitting in his house throwing a ball against the wall.
Nick, I main in Overwatch. I tend to switch between Torbjorn, Baptiste, Mercy, and who's the other one I use? Tracer. Yeah.
I hate Tracer. I can't stand her.
I'm not good at them. I suck at most of the time, but I have fun playing it, so whatever. I don't do competitive mode because I really don't want that. I just want to have a good time and play with some random people online. So I just use the classic, the quick play, which is not as stressful.
Same. I'm the same way. I usually main Torbjorn or Roadhog.
Yeah, Torbjorn for the easy play of the game. Yeah, yeah. But it's so much fun to set up a turret and then just go about your merry way, and the turret takes care of everybody and just mows down the enemy line. It's awesome. I love it.
I love Roadhog because you could just throw that chain, and you could bring them in, and you could just
It's
blast
so satisfying when you hook that guy up and you drag him in. It's so satisfying. And then you shoot him in the head with the shotgun.
Awesome.
That sounds funny coming from you.
So who's gonna get that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers box set at local comic book store there?
I would bet my local comic book store is going to raffle it off. Because there's going to be 1,000 people there for local comic book store day, and I can't see them just selling it. They'd raffle it off.
I'm not into Power Rangers, so I'll pass.
Sure,
I like that at the beginning of the year, Jess was not reading Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, and now he's collecting them both. I'd love that so much. That is awesome.
How did I get talked into Power Rangers? I don't know how it happened.
All that's left is Transformers. And you just need Transformers, and you'll have the full set of nerddom.
I was completely sober on that one. Tyler talked me into it somehow. I don't even remember. It just happened. And then I went for Shattered Grid because, of course, I had to complete the set.
FOMO.
With FOMO, because it's ridiculous.
It sold out super quick, like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I ordered it from the golf course. I was walking, and I'm like,
give me 1 second. Let me. All right, proceed.
Forward, cocking me IST real fast.
I'm like, I gotta get something on the phone. Just a sec. I'll be right there.
I got to order a Power Rangers book. The caddy just goes, "Ha, nerd."
Oh, and
only Jess is going to be just his first world problems of I'm on the golf course and I have to order a book using my phone.
That must be so nice.
He must not be on Boost Mobile because you know you're not going to get reception on a golf course.
I'm on Verizon.
Verizon gives you 1 free year of Disney Plus.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have to sign up for that shit. I still haven't signed up.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, but I can't believe how fast that Shattered Grid sold out, man. People just lost their minds.
Oh, hey, speaking of Disney Plus, did you guys read about them wanting to combat people sharing passwords?
How are they going to do that?
I don't know, but it is the dumbest thing I've ever read. Let me see if
Good
I
luck
can
with
get that article.
Good luck.
That's so stupid.
It's the internet age. If there's a way, there's a will. When it comes down to like, some kind of free service or hacking or a torrent site or something, it's going to happen.
Which, I mean, realistically, okay, what time does Disney Plus launch? Like 4 a.m. on Tuesday or whatever it is. By 5 a.m., The Mandalorian will be all up on torrent sites.
Yeah.
Within an hour.
All the Apple TV Plus shows are already up online. I've seen a few of them. Don't tell anybody.
Except for everybody that you just told.
Yeah.
I heard the Momoa show is not bad. See? Or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's fun. It's pretty interesting. There's only like 3 or 4 episodes out, but it's pretty interesting.
Oh, so they didn't just drop them all at once? They were slowly rolling them out.
They I think it was 3 episodes, and then it's week by week.
And Blue Thunder says it's going to be 2-part authentication to your phone.
What?
Yeah, so it'll be like buying something on Amazon where you sign in and then they send you a code and you type that in and then it lets you into your account. That's how they're going to let you sign in to Disney Plus.
How much stuff are you buying just for Amazon locks you down like that? I don't have to put in like 15 different codes if I buy something on my phone.
2-part authentication? You don't do that with Amazon?
No.
No, I just go right.
I think I enabled it.
You must have enabled it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they know. They're like, we got to stop this guy. He needs help. So we're going to put this thing on this lock.
I can assure you, in this house, I am not the problem with Amazon.
Yeah, same here, man. That's my wife. I get all these like notifications on my phone because we out here we do what is it called Amazon Prime Now, where you can like order groceries and it'll be at your house in like 2 hours.
Oh, it's great. I love it. We got it here. Yeah,
so my wife's all about that stuff.
Speculating. But that's pretty good speculating, Ryan Blue Thunder. I think that makes sense.
It's so Prime Now is so good because I just put the order in and it's already at the house in like a few hours.
Yeah.
And same day delivery is fantastic.
Also, there was a news item about Immortal Hulk. Was it that the artist was leaving or the writer?
Uh-oh.
I didn't catch any of that. No.
I didn't see that. Please don't tell me that.
Let me check real quick.
Go, but don't let Al Ewing drop out of it.
Yeah, but man, those Joe Bennett issues are so special though.
Oh, the art, Joe Bennett.
Yeah,
he's no longer drawing Immortal Hulk.
It's beautiful stuff that he's got going on there.
But I think I'm
That's
sorry. I think it's for 1 issue. Sorry, my bad. Because I'm reading because I Googled it right now and somebody's saying like, oh, guest artist revealed on Immortal Hulk 28. So sorry, false alarm.
Oh, all right.
He'll be back.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that book along with Carnage is one of the things that they have that special thing that a lot of comic books are missing. And that is the same creative team that's doing a shared story and a shared vision. Mm-hmm. So I would hate to see Joe Bennett take off.
Let's see.
That happens all the time. An artist needs a break every once in a while.
Sure.
Asterisk is coming back for those of you that care. The French
Viking?
comic.
Yeah, that Viking comic.
That's coming back.
Man, those Alex Ross covers though. Ooh. God. Some of those covers are beautiful.
And those issues, man, those early issues are still going for some money too. Like issue two is like 80, $100. What did I sell it for yesterday? $80 for number 2 I sold on our Instagram sell.
Damn.
Now that's like a constant thing. I've done that probably, 4 or 5 times. Plus what we sell in the store. That number 2 is always expensive. Number 1's about $40 to $50. And everything else going up more or less is like $15, $20. I think there's like a first appearance of the one above all is like $40, $50 too. It's again, that's another thing you don't get in comics is there's so much demand that the back issues are going up.
I forget what happens in issue 2 to make it so valuable.
It's the first appearance of some doctor character that shows up later in the book.
Doc Samson?
No, it's not Dr. Samson. It's a new character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about it more than Hulk.
Also, I got 2 DC news. One is that they are hiring a publicity and communications director. So hopefully that leads to better strategic releases for their collected editions.
That's right, Dr. Fry. Shout out to Dave in chat. Dr. Fry, that's the first appearance on number 2 that makes it so expensive.
I will be applying for that job soon. Maybe I can give you guys some hope.
And Shazam has been postponed 17 weeks.
God damn.
That's might just cancel it and just start it over.
Yeah.
Issue number 9 has once again been postponed with the plan now for a December 18 release. It was originally solicited for August 21st of this year.
This is the Jeff Johns one, right?
Yep.
Dude, he just stop writing. Do one thing or the other. Just
yeah, take on one project at a time, bro.
Yeah, poor guy. I mean, I know he's got a lot on his plate right now, but just one thing or the other, Jeff. Come on. Like, Doomsday Clock has taken almost 3 years at this point for it to come out, and we're still 1 issue away from it being done.
Oh, God.
Which, who cares at this point?
I haven't read it. I haven't read enough of it to even care because it just took so long. I think I read the first 3 issues. And I just stopped caring because it was like 6 months before the next issue came out.
I haven't read it. I wanted to wait for it to be done, but Jesus, now it's taken almost 2 years, and I don't care anymore. Did anybody read the ending of City of Bane this week?
I don't think that was the ending.
Oh well, it's the climax of it.
Okay.
Anybody? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Right. Nope. Fucking disappointing. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, thanks.
Sorry, Jeff. Your boy fucked it up again.
I don't believe in that.
That's pretty bad. I'm sorry.
I choose not to believe you.
I apologize.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news. Come on.
Oh, Tom King. You take me on many emotional roller coasters in terms of quality.
I'm looking forward to that Strange Adventures he's going to do with Mitch Garrett again.
That's his bag, man. Those 12 issues are his bag. That's where he's strongest at.
It's a 12-issue miniseries on a character nobody gives a damn about, and that's totally forgotten or never knew about.
And
that's where he shines.
Yeah, long form storytelling, I don't think is his thing.
I also don't think big spotlight, corporate control entity icon characters is his thing either. I don't think he could do I don't know how good that Superman book is that he did. The one that was released in Walmart.
Oh,
issue by issue. Yeah. But I just don't. I think it's the character that nobody cares about, where no one gets in his way, and you can just kind of do what he wants. That's what made Vision special. That's what made Mr. Miracle special, and I think that the Strange Adventures is going to be another standout title.
Oh, I think it's going to be great. No, yeah. I have no doubt that it's going to be good because Tom King, that's what he does really well. He does short form stories like Vision, the Strange Adventures or whatever it is that's coming out, and Mr. Miracle. He's great at that.
Yeah.
Mega Man. Well, Mega Man was fucking awesome.
That was great too. Or even the annuals that he did on his Batman run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That one, that cat and bat annual story, where they age together or whatever. Yeah, God, if you didn't cry with that, then you're more heartless than Geo. That was one of the best things that he ever wrote.
That was a great story.
Or even did anybody read that Elmer Fudd meets Batman? Is that what it was called? Yeah, that one was great too.
It was great.
Yeah, that Lee Weeks art in it was killer. He just needs to do like a 12-issue no-name character story with Lee Weeks on the art, and that would be just beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think his strength is in long-form storytelling. I don't think it is.
He's the guy, Jess, that should do a Feral Lad 12-issue series with Lee Weeks on the art.
Bring him back from the dead.
Bring him back from the dead.
This deep introspective look at Feral Lad and life and death.
Or his life before he gave his life to save the world.
Yeah. That's the kind of he's the kind of writer that would take those characters and bring them into the spotlight. It's almost like Marvel Knights when they brought back Daredevil into the spotlight.
I love it.
If Tom King were to announce today on Twitter that he is doing a Feral Lad 12-issue miniseries, that would be Jess's book of the year.
I would have a stroke.
And with
you tell me here, and I go.
and not just that, but Tom King's kind of track record, whatever he writes gets turned into a movie that he works on. So we might just get a Feral Lad movie.
Hold on.
I'm
clutching my chest now.
He's writing the New Gods movie because of his Mr. Miracle work.
Yeah. Yep. He's co-writing it, right?
Yeah, him and whomever the director. Well, I don't know that lady the director is, or is she just another writer? But
I think Ava DuVernay.
She did a Wrinkle in Time, right?
Mm-hmm. And,
yeah, but don't hold that against her.
Selma, 13th, Middle of Nowhere. She's done a bunch.
I always forget about that book. Barnacle Blake in the chat mentioned Tom King's Grayson that he did with
Tim Seeley.
Tim Seeley, there you go. Yeah, that was another really good.
It was good. Here's a good question. Question for the panel. Do you guys have any information on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that Jess collects so adamantly now? Deluxe Shattered Grid hardcover. Is it sold out? Why is it taking so long for it to ship? Wait, where'd that go? Oh, over here.
There we go.
Wait,
There you go.
hey, hide. Okay.
Hey.
It's sold out.
I feel like I gotta look over. I'm like,
it in stock trades, but Amazon still has it.
Yep.
Comic book stores in general are sold out of it. Diamond, the company that distributes books to comic book stores, they are sold out. They are on back order, which means they're waiting for not IDW, excuse me. They're waiting for Boom to supply the distributor with more books, more copies, and then stores and IST can make orders. But Boom's not the best about having backup stock or overprinting these types of books, especially like a volume 3. I think we're in a very good chance of that being completely out of print very soon.
Lionheart, if you ordered anything old with it, then that's probably holding up your order from IST. The other thing that could be holding it up is sometimes it just takes a while to fill an order. If you ordered it on Tuesday, sometimes it doesn't get filled till the following Monday. It just happens. That's the way it goes. But if you ordered it and you got... Sorry?
No, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
If you ordered it and it came back saying that you got it, I think I know what you're worried about. You're worried about, since it hasn't been picked and shipped, you're worried that you're not getting it. But if you got a thing, from them that says that you paid for it and you got it, I'm sure that you probably did. Although I can't, I don't work for IST, so I can't say for sure. But if you want a backup order, pre-order it on Amazon, or just order it from Amazon if that's what you're worried about. Because if it's sold out, it's not going to hurt you to have 2 copies. You can flip one. But I wouldn't worry.
Yeah, especially if you order something older, like Jess was saying. IST, from again, we don't work there, but I do work in the industry, so I kind of got an understanding. I doubt that they have a copy of every single book available. I don't think their warehouse is that big, and it's a lot of wasted space if you're going to have, 10 copies of one book that's not going to sell right away. It's easier for you to just order it from the distributor and have it sent to you, and then they mail it out. So if that's the case, which happens a lot, when you order something old, they don't have it in stock, and they have to order it through Diamond, and that takes about a week to 2 weeks for them to get it, and then it gets shipped out, if that makes sense. To kind of put some things in perspective. So you get an understanding as to why it takes 2 weeks for some things to go out sometimes, and why they have to order something when it says that they have it on their website.
Okay, so what's the big deal with this Shattered Grid book? Like, why is it so, like, everybody's clamoring for it all of a sudden? Is it that good? Like,
I think it's the end of the story, isn't it?
No.
It's a big event with the Drakon character, for however he's called. And
the green.
Yeah, and it brings every single Power Ranger into the event, and it's supposed to be really, really freaking great. And people are going nuts over it.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Verse, but of Power Rangers.
Something like that, yeah.
Cool.
It comes out Tuesday at Amazon. So what I would do, if you're not comfortable with waiting to see if it ships or not, at least you got today and Monday, and you can cancel the pre-order at any time with Amazon just in case, or just get a copy, because what's going to happen is that it's going to be sold out at Amazon, and then you're going to start seeing the third-party sellers on Amazon, and they're going to charge like $100 for Shattered Grid. So you still have an opportunity to get it. I think it's $52 at Amazon.
Yeah. And I think also, like I said before, their Boom is not very good about overprinting these books. I think they have a very shoestring budget, and they stick to it. So they can only print what they think they can have ordered and sold. So I'm thinking the reason with this book selling out so fast and stores can't get anymore because their distributor is sold out might be because Boom has those copies reserved to go out to Amazon's orders. So once, like Gio was saying, once those copies on Amazon sell out and Amazon sells out and there's no more, I don't think Boom has enough to supply Amazon again, like a second round of supplies, or even comic book stores after that too. So I'm going to suspect, and I promise it's going to sell out really, really fast. It's a third volume of a series. Third volume hardcovers get printed like crap. Yeah, they don't print any copies.
So do you think this is a case where Boom severely underestimated how many people would want to buy this?
I don't know if their business practices are, so I don't know what they expected expectation-wise, but I do think they play it very close. They are not going to overprint anything. I think they're going to just keep it to what they think, what they sold before, because that's kind of like when I do orders for the store. I look at, Avengers, whatever the next issue comes out. Let's say it's Avengers 45. I don't know. My computer system will tell me 40, 42, 43, and 44. I ordered this many and I sold that many. So if I look and see how much I'm selling, I'm only going to order what I think I could sell off of those previous numbers. So if I could sell 25 copies of a book, I'll order maybe 27 to have a few extra on the shelf. I think companies and IST order the same way, and I think publishers like Boom print in the same way. How much did we print of, Power Rangers 1 and Power Rangers 2? How many did we print? How many did we sell? Okay, we sold that many. Let's just stick to that base number again. So, especially with third copies too, like I think they print even less because third volume. No one's going to pick up a third volume unless they could get 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 is sold out again.
So, nobody's going to take that risk of picking up a third volume with the uncertainty that 1 and 2 won't be back.
Right. So they're not going to print that many. They probably look at numbers of like irredeemable numbers. Like, okay, volume 1 sold for this much, volume 2 sold for this much. There was a drop off of this percentage. Volume 3 is a drop off of even a larger percentage. So we're going to print less based on that percentage. It's just kind of just basic ordering economics.
I still have to finish irredeemable. I'm like halfway through it.
What in the world?
Dude, those slipcases are going to be awesome, I bet. Those local comic book slipcases are going to sell out because I think most stores They said most stores can only get a couple of them.
It looks like I slapped his mom. Though.
What in the world?
What are we looking at?
You haven't finished irredeemable.
The look on Justice's face.
That's unbelievable.
Oh my god, I wanted that look. No, I have it, man. I have it. I'm like halfway through it. I've always said I'm coming back to it, and I just never came back to it.
Oh my god! And you're probably reading like JoJo's Special Adventure manga or something.
Oh my god, that is the wow! I did not expect that reference. Awesome.
Just with a JoJo reference.
Wow.
Yes, for next year,
Jess is going to hit into that manga square pretty soon.
you never know.
It's coming up.
Right there.
It's coming up.
We should have.
Far too much Western stuff to read.
I told you we got to coordinate something with everybody in the group where we figure out that we'll get 92 people to send just one volume each of One Piece, so that he'll have 92 boxes in front of his house.
That would be
and all One Piece.
Yes.
His wife would show me, what the hell? There's 92 boxes on them.
That's 92 boxes on my front porch. Just come home one day.
Oh my god! No, we joked around. We said for next year, Jess, you should watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for the giveaway and give us a review.
Oh, that? Do I have to dress up as somebody?
No.
Watching the show.
Is it just one episode or is it multi episodes?
There's more than 100 episodes to it.
Oh,
But there's different series. Which series do you think Jess would like? The Jotaro one would probably like that one. Right?
Everybody loves that one. I'm sure he'll like it.
Where he's 30 but actually in high school.
The Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun show.
I don't know how we're gonna top this year's fundraiser.
We got a year to figure it out.
Yeah, lots of mileage out of that cosplay.
Are you still doing the Fast and the Furious thing?
I gotta send it to him. I have to actually stop by the post office this week, so I'll send it to him this week. I have to swing by.
Yay!
And Jess has still yet to watch Grandma's Boy.
I know. I think I can do it this week. I don't have any doctor's appointments. The weather's going to be cold, so I'm not going to be playing any golf. I mean, now I'm making myself sound 75, but
You're like, I can watch it about 3 o'clock when I have my supper.
Yeah.
After his rewatch of Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
But I think I can watch it this week.
In between episodes of Murder, She Wrote.
Right.
And Matlock.
And Matlock!
They took our Matlock. Oh, man. Oh, The Simpsons is going to be on Disney Plus, too.
Yeah.
The whole entire catalog, the whole series.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man.
Okay, so let's do this real fast. What's the one episode that you would watch first?
Of Simpsons?
Of Simpsons. Like, you go to Disney Plus, you can watch any episode you want. You don't, and who's going to watch it from beginning to end? That's crazy, but you just want to just pick out that one episode. What is it?
Easy. Oh, it's easy for me. It's when Homer discovers the overturned truck of sugar and decides to sell sugar. And Lisa has a new student, a new smart student in class that she's competing with.
Uh-huh.
And Homer decides to sell sugar. And he's going to try and sell it. And at home, he's boxing it up. And one of the kids finds a blasting cap in his dish of sugar. And there's all of a sudden all these bees descend on his sugar, and these two guys are like the beekeepers, and one of them talks like Adam West, and he goes, "The bees, they're not here anymore." And Simpson, you diabolical. We'll give you $2,000 for your sugar. You'll do what now? And then it starts to rain, and the sugar dissolves, and he's like, "Oh, what a world! What a world!" The sugar dissolves. Meanwhile, Lisa's plotting the revenge of Diorama Rama to get back against this really smart student, but Ralph Wiggum ends up winning the Diorama Rama because he's got Star Wars figures that Principal Skinner doesn't have because they're really rare, and it's the best episode ever.
Man,
I would totally go for a 3 minute in a comic book.
Oh my God, that's a great one too,
dude. Man, now that I think about it, there's some really good ones in the chat. People get put up like Treehouse of Horror, Homer's Last Temptation, Flaming Mo. Flaming Mo one's great. I love that one.
Flaming Mo is great. Yeah.
Homer Gets Fat on Purpose.
That's a good one. Yeah.
The Tamako episode.
I like the Scorpio one. I love the Scorpio episode.
Oh yeah, that one was great. When they shoot Radioactive Man in town.
Yes.
Yeah. Real acid.
I love the Radioactive Man episode. Where
the celebrity softball game. That's great.
My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
Yeah, they do nothing.
Oh, Monorail. That was a great one.
Yeah. Oh, what about what? God, I don't know. I can't figure out your guys' ages versus this issue or this episode. But does anybody remember like how crazy and how just tied up America was with Who Shot Mr. Burns?
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was a big thing.
That was a big deal.
That was like the last time I could think of there being that much like excitement for a storyline on The Simpsons or any TV show really. I mean, I know after that we've had like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, but that's different. That's social media. I mean, back before social media, back in my days before social media, like that Mr. Burns, like Who Shot Him was like the craziest thing going on. That and then who's Cartman's real dad.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah. Or what's that one episode where Ralph Wiggum's walking home with a bunch of Star Wars figures and he steps on something and he falls on them and he goes, "Oh, I bent my Wookiee." Yeah.
That's the episode I was talking about.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, because he leaves with him and he's walking with the girls.
I bet you. Oh man, I bet you if I asked the girl that I'm dating right now, she would know. She's loves The Simpsons.
I am so smart. I am so smart.
The Monorail was great.
S-A-R-T.
That should be such a. Is it still like? How is it now? I haven't watched this show in forever.
Oh, it hasn't been funny in 20 years.
Okay.
It hasn't been the same. I mean, I saw some new episodes the other day, and they're not bad. They're okay.
That show used to be like that was it. That was the show everybody watched.
Oh yeah.
Talked about the next day.
The first years 2 through 8 are unbelievably great, and then it went off a cliff for me. It went off a cliff for people at different years, but year 8 is when it went off a cliff for me.
I love the Shining episode, the Treehouse of Horror Shining one.
Yeah.
Great. Those Treehouse of Horror episodes are great. I love those.
Those are still good. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be just so like topical, and they used to just be on such the pulse of what was going on in the world at the time.
Oh yeah. They were really, really funny, really satirical.
Oh, so many jokes at like one time, like background jokes and signs and just dialogue and reference after reference after reference. That really good stuff back then. And then after a while, they kind of just lost all that.
Yeah. Mr. Awesome says the shinning. You mean Lou?
The shinning.
The shinning. Oh, I'm not good at this.
Who needs the quickie mark?
That is a great episode.
Oh, all those songs, man.
Over at the end of it, he's like, he lied to us in song? I hate that.
What was it? The exalted, I can't remember what his name was. Exalted wisdom, the guy they were seeking, they climbed the mountains to see him in that one. Exalted Wise One knows everything except combination to safe.
What about just like the Itchy and Scratchy episodes? Are just great.
Yeah.
Those are just fun. Break it up in there.
I like when he designed his own car, the Homer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then he had a horn everywhere. Whenever he needed one, he could find a horn. And it just bankrupt his brother. Or what was that episode where he? I forgot what it was, but the idea was that he didn't know what the J in his name stood for Homer J. Simpson, and he went on this whole like existential crisis, traveling to find out what his real name was. And I think he runs into his mom again for the first time. And she goes, "Oh, look at his mural that I painted for you, and it's dedicated to him. And it says Homer J Simpson." So the entire episode was trying to figure out what that J meant, and we just meant J. So
really be able to pull at your heartstrings too. That episode with Homer and his mom was genuinely really touching. Where his mom sits down with Lisa, and they talk about it, and Lisa finally feels like she has somebody that's her equal, and she understands more where her intelligence comes from. It was a really heartwarming moment.
And one episode where they talk about how they got married and they met, like their whole like Marge and Homer's like origin story, where he proposes to her with an onion ring inside of a like a miniature golf course, like windmill or castle, and that's when he knocked her up.
I think it was a picture of either Lisa or Maggie, like on his desk, where you realize why Homer is still at the nuclear power plant.
It's Maggie. That's the origin story of when Maggie was born.
Yeah.
Like he had to like crawl back to get his job back at the power plant. And so in front of him, Mr. Burns puts a sign up.
And supplicants. He had to crawl under the supplicants one.
So Burns in front of where Homer's workstation, it says, "Remember, you're here forever." And he has all those photos of Maggie that cover up the letters, and it makes out a new saying that says, "You're doing it for her."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
And my collection includes the now deleted Michael Jackson episode.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to have that on. They probably won't have that on
No.
Disney Plus.
I think that.
Well, that sucks.
I think you guys or Ryley were the ones that told me that it's now been officially yanked from distribution.
Yeah.
That they won't show it anymore.
Yeah, or like the new printings of the DVDs are taking them out too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because that was actually a pretty funny episode.
It was a good episode.
What season was that?
Like 3 or 4. That was early, I think.
Is that
3.
still going for high prices on eBay?
Yeah, I think so. I have it in a shaped box, like it's Marge's head or something.
Yeah, I remember those. I hated those. I loved them and hated them. I go, they don't fit on my shelf. So weird.
Yeah, Fender 27. Yeah, I heard about the edits that they're doing editing now to like the classic films. They're taking out like all the kind of sensitive and racist stuff and stuff like that. Whereas I think Warner Brothers is handling it a little bit better. What you're getting with Warner Brothers classic stuff is that there'll be a logo in the front that says, "This was a time and place," or something like that, and we do not represent these views now, da-da-da-da-da-da. And there is some offensive material in here that we may deem offensive nowadays, but they don't edit anything. They just have that warning.
Yeah.
Well, if they edit out the crows in Dumbo, I still say they should edit out those Siamese cats.
Yeah, the Siamese cat ones are pretty bad too.
In Lady and the Tramp.
But that started recently, where people found out, what was it, Toy Story 2, that the new DVD printings, they took out the that extra credit scene.
What was that?
Toy Story 2.
What was the extra credit scene?
It is. Let me see if I remember correctly. Who was the guy that was still sealed in the box?
Pete, whatever it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's almost like a casting couch like thing.
Oh,
like joke.
Yeah. They took that out.
Yeah, it's very misogynistic feeling. And sensitive.
Oh.
Yeah, because we can't have. Never mind. I'm not jumping on that. I'm not jumping on that far.
Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete. That's right.
Really? Wow.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
look it
remember
up when you
that
get
at
a
all.
chance. It's. You can just kind of go, oh, I see. Yeah, today, yeah, I see. And then
Because anything remotely offensive these days, we need to stop and censor. And
And that wasn't that long ago. What was Toy Story 2 like? What, 2005?
Oh my
No.
God, I cried at that movie.
99.
98, 99, yeah.
Toy Story 2, 99? Jesus.
Mhm.
Yeah.
99 was such a great year for movies.
There's a great doc on I think it's either Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 1. I think it's 2. That film almost broke Pixar. I think it was Toy Story 2 where it almost broke them in terms of like creative and stuff like that. There were people that were having breakdowns making the movie and stuff like that. I think they had to start it over like a couple of times, but it was a pain in the ass to get that movie out.
That movie is a unicorn because it's one of the few movies out there that's better than the original, or sequels that's better than the original.
Yeah. I would say 2 is still my favorite, but 3 is up there as well. 3
Three-
is
oh,
Three's great. I
that
love
ending.
three.
3.
that ending with the trash fire or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh God, that got me. That hurt so bad. And then when he gives away his toys at the end to Bonnie,
Perfect.
out of it, done.
Yeah, perfect ending. And the less we talk about 4, the better.
God for it, God.
I
And what
still-
the thing you showed me were like, there's like everybody loves Forky, or there was some like big like a new Ask Forky segment on Disney Plus or something dumb.
Fuck that fork. I hated fork.
I hate Forky.
Oh, when they took Jessie in the cardboard box and set her on the side of the road, I was open mouth sobbing at that scene in Toy Story 2.
The ending of Toy Story 4 could have been Forky being snapped in half, and I would have applauded. I hated that bastard. God, annoying as hell. I did not care for Toy Story 4. The only thing saving Toy Story 4 was Key and Peele, the 2 fuzzy rabbit characters, the duck and the rabbit.
I enjoyed the Little Bo Peep storyline, but it was just like everything, like just the characterization of a lot of the characters. Like Buzz Lightyear is not a complete moron. Like they make him out to be in 4. They lost the viewpoint and the perspective of Buzz Lightyear. The Woody at the very end, that would never happen. Woody would never leave his kid like that.
Yeah.
Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen 4.
Toy Story 4, man. They pulled a Homer on Buzz Lightyear where they dumbed him down to the point where it's just like this isn't even the same character anymore.
Yeah. And then to like bait and switch, we think it's a Toy Story movie about those guys, but it's really all about stupid ass Forky. God.
Fucking hated that 4.
If there was a book about Forky, a comic book, you could find it on InStockTrades.com, where it could possibly be up to 50% off with loyalty discounts adding 2% to that. You could get discounts on that Forky book during the Omnibroslive discount code month, which happens every quarter. And
the next code should be Forky.
You ordered it, could be included in a shipment. If it was over $50 in the United States, it would get free Forky shipping. If there was something wrong with your Forky book, you'd call customer service.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Them, and it would be fabulous. Everything would probably be fine with your Forky book because IST has fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
This is even funnier if you're a fan of The Good Place. If you watch The Good Place, that was hilarious.
That's why I'm laughing.
That's why I made the joke that it should be Forky Fork or Forking Fork.
I'm turning red. Son of a bitch.
I know. The Good Place is the greatest show ever.
It should be Forky.
Forky.
That's our next IST code.
Forky for Forking Forky.
Yeah.
Wasn't that show canceled? Good
This is last season right now. I don't know if it was canceled, but it's over. And I just got introduced to it like a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's my wife's and my go-to show.
I think I was the one that introduced you to that, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great show. Yeah.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't get it, if you want to rewind the tape a little bit, The Good Place is about heaven, and in The Good Place you can't cuss. So the word "fuck," when you say "fuck" in heaven, it comes out as "fork." So this whole segment was really just saying "fucky."
I love the reveal of what's slow, without saying anything. What the slow reveal of what's actually going on.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's. It seems like just a silly. It's in the same kind of silliness and good humor as like Community or Parks and Rec, like that kind of stuff. But it really then it turned into something like story wise. Those twists are fantastic.
And Ted Danson is fucking great in that.
I think he's better than I think he's the best he's ever been.
Yeah, he's
better than in Cheers.
I think he's having. You could tell he's having a blast doing it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that cast is a genius. God, everything is so good in that show.
There is a trade paperback of Toy Story, by the way, at IST.
Oh, is it called Forking Forky?
Disney Pixar's Toy Story 4. So Forky, it technically is in a comic book. So there you go. You can buy that book.
I hate Forky so much.
I'd love that they made like a $30 version of Forky as a figure for kids to buy.
Oh,
That's
God.
insane.
I hope Forky gets forked.
For stupid ass parents who actually went out and bought that.
Yeah.
When you could spend you get all that shit at the dollar store, and for like $5 you can make the same.
It's literally a piece of trash that's a toy. It is. It's literally just it's a spork with a stupid smiley face and googly eyes. It's literally a piece of trash. If you want to buy a trash toy and have your kids play with actual trash, go get some Toxic Crusader toys.
If my kid were to ask that for Christmas, I'd smack him across the head.
Oh, my kid asked me for a Toxic Crusader toy. I'd love him for the rest of his life. I mean, not that I wouldn't already, but I would cry. Toxic Crusaders was amazing. That was an awesome cartoon.
We had creepy crawlers. That was our Toxic.
I remember creepy crawlers. I remember the toy where you could like make it in. It was basically a boy version of a Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah.
Instead of making cakes and cookies because you're a girl, you're making gummy scorpions and gummy worms and meth
and stuff. Yeah.
A dark and gritty Frank Miller Forky comic. I don't think that. I kind of would actually like to read that.
Yeah, but then Forky would be a prostitute. Which anyway, that's a good idea.
Little Bo Peep would be a prostitute.
Yeah.
Because that was Frank Miller's thing for a while.
Yeah.
Forky
all women are prostitutes.
God, I was gonna say something. I totally forgot, bitch. Oh, the casting for Batman.
We already talked about that.
Well, all right.
Sorry. But I'm excited. That was the first thing I mentioned when I got on. I'm excited about it.
Now, I'm worried because that's such a star-studded cast. Like, I wonder, like, I don't know, man. How good can that movie be with all those stars? I know it's good to have stars, but it just when you get that many stars in like a superhero movie or like big, well-known stars, I don't think it's going to work out. I'm worried it might not.
They did it with Avengers.
Yeah, but that was they were made stars. They weren't superstars.
That's true.
To start with.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Like Chris Hemsworth, who's that guy? Nobody knew him before Thor, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in one scene in the first Star Trek movie, and then Cabin in the Woods, but he wasn't in it for that long. Spoiler alert: he dies.
Thor came out before Cabin in the Woods.
He made it before Thor. Okay,
he made it before Thor. Yeah, but
he made it. The thing is, with Cabin in the Woods, it was in hell for a while. It was in like studio hell because it was like crossing over between studios were basically buying the rights. I forgot what studio closed down, but yeah, that was made before, and then it came out years later, and then that summer Thor hit, and he blew up, and then Cabin in the Woods came right after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's because he became such a superstar. It's like when Jamie Foxx, when he did Ray, before that he filmed a movie with Jessica Biel called Stealth, where he was just like a stealth bomber pilot, and the stealth bomber gets intelligence.
Yeah,
that was another movie that I think was shelved because it was awful, but then it never came out, and then Ray came out and he blew everybody away. He became a superstar after Ray. And we were gifted with that pile of shit that was Stealth.
Hey, he's doing a Pixar movie now.
Mm-hmm.
He also did that that Annie movie too.
Black Annie.
Negotiations with Tyler are ongoing. Sundays in December seem to be a problem.
Well, we will pre-record his lines then. I don't know. We'll do something.
I suggested maybe moving it to the 15th, a little, so it's not so close to Christmas Day.
All right.
That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
15th at noon. So currently we're trying to work it out.
It would be a cool idea.
Be a bit of a prima donna.
It would be a cool idea if we pre-recorded it and dropped it on Christmas Day.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
If we could pre-record it, edit, and drop it on Christmas morning.
Sure, we'll add some Christmas music and.
Well, yeah, we got to have like snowflakes and jingles. Yeah. And
by the way,
let's see. We need somebody who's a DJ that knows how to do all the sound effects. Oh, Gio.
I'll take care of that. Yeah, we can.
What do you guys think of that? We pre-record it and then we drop it on Christmas morning for the fans.
We do the thing, and I will download the video, edit it, and then re-upload it as like a Christmas story, OmniBros tale of Batman Damned, and then everybody can enjoy it with Christmas music and all that fun stuff.
So you want to do it live, and then you use that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
And that way we can have Tyler any day of the week that just works with us, and that would probably be fine.
Mm-hmm.
That is genius.
By the way, the movie Stealth, it is one of the worst losses in cinematic history. It lost $111 million at the box office.
Man, they should have left that on the shelf.
Wow.
The budget was $135 million, and it made $76 million.
Man.
What about what was that? That John Carter of Mars that Tyler Kitsch guy was in.
Yeah,
that was
a
but that's a good movie, man. That is actually a really good movie. It just got ignored.
Dark Fate just had a huge loss. Like they're predicting it's gonna tank. Like it's a huge loss for the studio for that new Terminator movie, which wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. It was okay. It was alright. I like the opening.
John Carter had a budget of what was it? $300 million, and it only made $284 million. It is one of the most expensive movies ever made.
John Carter was?
Yeah.
I never saw that. I always wanted to.
It's
good. It's good. Tyler Kitsch is great in it. Like the special effects is great in it. Deja Thoris is in it, but she's not super naked.
I love Deja Thoris. I've read her comics. They're fun.
I like that Tyler Kitsch guy. He's a good actor, but he just gets landed in all the garbage roles.
He was in True Detective, wasn't he? Season 2?
I don't remember.
I think he was. But he was in the worst season.
I was about to say that's not a good thing because I heard that season 2 was awful. I know that.
No, season 2 was horrible. Season 3 is fantastic.
I don't think I've seen season 3 yet.
Oh, dude, you need to. It's really good. It's back to form. It's really, really good in season 3.
Because that first one was just another unexpected, just mega hit. I love that first one.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. I was kind of disappointed because I was like, okay, are you guys going cosmic horror? Because if you guys go full cosmic horror towards the end of this, I will love this shit. And they just dipped their toe in it enough. And I was like, damn, they didn't go for it.
Hayden McGee says, post it normally, then re-upload it as a Christmas edit, and we'll call it the Snyder Cut.
I love the idea of doing it and then posting it on Christmas. That is a great idea.
The Geo Cut.
Yeah.
Was the night before Christmas.
I want to go see Dr. Sleepless and Motherless Brooklyn.
And not an Omar was stirring.
Anybody see Dr.
Getting
Sleepless
the
yet?
New Mutants movie or not? What's happening?
No,
with
I don't think it's happening.
Dr. Sleep? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I need to see that.
I had a chance to go see it the other night because I had a press screener and I didn't make it. So things happen. I wanted to see it.
Oh, you had a press screener?
I had a screener. Yeah.
You
I
had
have a
press
buddy.
screen?
Every once in a while, I
Ooh,
get a buddy of mine.
nice.
He works for. He's got like a gig at Warner Brothers, and I get him every once in a while.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome.
It doesn't happen often, but every once in a blue moon, I get to go see it. Like I got to see Batman versus Superman like 2 or 3 days early at a press screener. It was okay.
Cool.
My first experience with The Matrix I saw was a press screener
Did you?
on the Warner Brothers movie lot. Yeah,
Wow.
changed my life.
I bet it did. Actually, The Matrix. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, what I saw though was a Parasite. Holy shit, Parasite is good.
Now that's not a horror film, is it?
No. It's not a horror film. It's a Korean film. I forgot the director's name. Bong Ji. I know I'm gonna butcher this. I think
It's
it's
a regular. Is it a thriller or just a drama?
It's kind of a drama. Yeah, it's a bit of a drama.
Okay.
It's great. It's fucking
That's
phenomenal.
what I've heard.
It's
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off. I got some stuff going on. I gotta take care of.
take it easy, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Care.
Later.
I've
It's,
actually got to get going too.
Yeah. It just long story short, it's I said Joker was my favorite film. That Parasite is incredible movie. You guys should go check it out.
Okay. Comics Guide 101. Where can they find you on the internet?
Comics Guide 101 on YouTube and Facebook.
What about Twitter?
Twitter.
And thank you.
Okay, good. Weekend Geekdom. Where can they find you?
You can find me on my channel talking about nerdy stuff, and we can geek them here on YouTube.
And you can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault. So, what?
When are you bringing back the horror show? I love the horror show.
Oh, she was sick this weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so it'll be back next week.
Yes. I genuinely look forward to it every week. It's on my
Thank
podcast.
you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. And at 3 o'clock today, Tyler Blunt and I will be talking about action figures on Omnidog's Vault.
Ooh, nice.
On Omnidog's Vault at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So,
A couple minutes from now.
sorry?
A couple minutes from now. So we better wrap this up.
I know. That's why I'm saying that my light's dying. I got to go plug it back in. So thank you to the chat. Thank you to all our viewers. Please leave comments. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. And peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you to everyone.
Bye.